getting set here for what promises to be one tremendous championship game for the National Intercollegiate Basketball title. I don't know what more you could ask. You know, we started this season, 6 months ago. If you'd have tabbed it right then on two of the storybook stories that could have come out of the season, one would have had to be Larry Bird. Here was a guy who could have passed up the season of college basketball and moved on to the pros. But instead, he stuck around for an ideal that belonged to Terre Haute, Indiana, belonged to Indiana State. And now, after 33 games, he has, as unlikely as it seems, taken that team to within one game of the championship. Conversely, look at it this way. There is Irvin Johnson, a young man who many say this will be his last college game, that he will not be able to resist the lure of the pros, and that Irvin Johnson will indeed move on to pro basketball. That still remains to be seen. But you've got to wonder, we are tonight looking at perhaps
The culmination of that season was the matchup between Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, whose humble beginnings are the bedrock of what made the rivalry and that season so memorable. The night before the game, the producers of NBC Sports wanted to air a spot about Indiana State coach Bob King, who had to step aside at the beginning of the season. Don Ohlmeyer, a bombastic man, said, "What about Magic and Bird?" Larry and Magic delivered, as they always have.
Than Larry Bird, the player of the year from Indiana State, and the magic man from East Lansing, Irvin Johnson.
You know, a lot of people were surprised yesterday, Larry, when you mentioned that you played ball with Magic Johnson in the World Invitational Tournament.
Well, you know, me and Magic played together in that game, and, you know, it's funny because Magic's such a great passer, but he wouldn't give me the ball. You know, and I need the ball.
Well, I hope you don't think I'm going to pass it to him tonight either, but I thought I passed him the ball. Maybe he forgot it. Or
Rebound Johnson. Magic Johnson with the ball. Oh, he scores! And he is fouled. Look at
her. There's still one measure that makes this game undeniably iconic, 24.1. That's the rating for the number of televisions tuned in to watch the game, a quarter of all television sets in America. It remains the highest rating for any basketball game, college or pro, in the history of the sport. This story could have any number of starting points, but it's impossible not to tell the story of a kid from French Lick, Indiana, and another Midwest kid from Lansing, Michigan. Our chosen start is on location in southern Indiana. It begins in 1974 in French Lick, Indiana, where Larry Bird's long and winding road to the championship game had its origins.